Hello everyone, welcome back to another film photography video. As you can see, I got a kind of a new lighting setup, trying some stuff out. Today we're going to be looking at the Canonet QL17, shooting Portra 400 at Coney Island. Just to preface everything, this is more of a camera test video. I've done a few of these on this channel before, but I found the Canonet QL17 at a vintage store in Rhode Island. Actually, it was an antique mall, and I got it for about $75. I made a little bit of a mistake when reviewing it because I didn't really check how operational it was. I did like a quick 15-second check through. There were some things I knew that were broken. The rangefinder glass was broken. What I could notice is that the electronics were working, and that was good. So I bought it anyways. There is a dude on Etsy who goes by the name of Alex on his store Vintage Retro Camera, and he specializes in the Canonet, at least this specific shop of his on Etsy. So I hit him up and he gave me a quote and he gave me a very big breakdown of what was wrong with it. And there were a lot of things wrong with it. So this was my camera test. I just got it back and I didn't doubt Alex's ability, but I wanted to see if it worked. So I convinced my friend Cecily to drive me down to Coney Island because I love shooting at Coney Island, especially at this time of the year, and she recorded me taking some photos. Unfortunately, the audio from the iPhone has to be muted because it was just so windy and my lips were so cold because it was 10 degrees out. I'm surprised we even made it out in general, but talking was a whole separate thing, and I kind of just decided halfway through to mute it and then do a voiceover, and that's what I'm doing. Basically, I love going to Coney Island. One of my first videos on this channel that kind of picked up initially on this channel was the XGM review that I did at Coney Island. I think it was like 2 years ago. I don't know, it's good to go back to the same place and get a different insight. Additionally, I like coming to Coney Island when it's cold and when it's in the winter. Even though I physically can't stand it, the kind of atmosphere is a little different. It's a lot more liminal. There's just kind of a few people walking around, but it's not crowded. And I really like the empty, abandoned feeling. So as I mentioned before, I've used the Canonet 28 on this channel before. I shot a roll of 50D with it, and the QL17 is basically the same. It has the same body. It's roughly the same size, can't tell you exactly. The operation is more or less the same except for the focus ring on the QL17 is this little tab rather than the entire lens on the Canonet 28. And the reason for that is that the QL17 has full manual control and it's all stuffed into the lens, which is really weird as opposed to the controls being on the top here. I don't even know if you can see this, but all the controls are lined around the lens. And so you're kind of twisting everything as you're shooting, but it's not completely unfamiliar to anyone who shot film because the aperture is usually up there. The only difference is now the shutter's up there and the focus is kind of just, as I said, squished to the side. But besides that, the operation's the same. The lens, I'm pretty sure is exactly the same. It's a 40mm, but it is faster. So 28 means 2.8 for the aperture size. The QL17, the 17 stands for 1.7. So it's very much brighter and you can really tell, especially when you get to nighttime, just being able to shoot wide open and have that flexibility was really nice. So shooting it was pretty fun. I mean, I do love my rangefinder. I kind of am attracted to not attracted to, but I gravitate towards the rangefinder type focusing system because it's a lot faster for me. Obviously it's less precise, but it only matters when you're not shooting at the widest aperture. Shooting wise and looking at the scanned photos, it doesn't look like much went wrong. The light meter is perfect. The operation while using it was perfect. And the photos came out great, honestly. The only one downside that I can see right now is that I did get a double or even maybe a triple exposure. I like double exposures, they're fun, they're cool, but not when I'm very excited for the individual shots, which I was. There was a photo of the train station that I was semi-excited for, but this photo of Cecily standing under this carousel, I was really looking forward to that. And I'll definitely just have to go back again and take it. So we stayed until sunset. Definitely got very cold, so we didn't stay that long after sunset. but that 15-minute kind of time period right as the sun set was perfect for taking photos. You can see I have 2 photos of this kind of corner store with some signs on it, and one of them was taken after the sunset or as the sun was setting. I love the light that's just hitting almost perfectly horizontally onto the wall of the store. My favorite set from doing Coney Island this time was these little playground or like workout spaces on the beach. I've never been to them. I've never used them, but something about these photos is just so nostalgic to me. I had to utilize the self timer that's on the QL17, which isn't on the 28, which is cool. Time for the wrap-up area. I currently have a roll of Lomo 800 in it, so we'll see how that is. Right now I'm using ND filters, which to me on film I've had weird issues with, but also my ND filters maybe just are really old and gross. Additionally, I got back 2 rolls of 8 film, movie film, which I'm making into a little short about New York City, which will be out soon on my main channel, but I'll talk about here. But at the same time, a little tease is I got this on eBay. I got a little Argus Cosina Super 8 camera, which is exciting because it was practically new. It's a Super 8 film, so I don't have to worry about finding the film or developing the film only at one place, and it's a lot cheaper to do so. And that should be really fun if I can get it working. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks for tuning in to another film photography video. Stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions, because I'll try to answer all of them. See ya.